Hey everybody, this is Jewelyn. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Planting with Jewelyn episode combined with the plant haul. So I want to go ahead and talk about the things that I recently purchased, including my macrame plant hanger. If you can see it back there, I have two of them. I'm really excited that I was able to get me some macrames. Now I would love to have everything macrame hanging for my hanging collection, but terracottas is really heavy and I DIY'd the wire crossing over my patio, so I don't know how much weight it can take. But for now I do have two, and I'll go ahead and flip the view so you can go ahead and see it. So here is the first macrame hanger. This is my Monstera Addisonii, and if you take a look, I used some S wire hooks that I picked up from Daiso Japan a while back, and I also have this guy here, my silver satin pothos, also in the macrame hangers. So I purchased these online and I think they're absolutely cute, but then again, I don't know how much I can do terracotta with macrames hanging over my wire because I did it myself and I don't know how good the wire is. But for now, all of my plants have been hanging on here and so far so good. I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys my first macrame hangers. Now, if I lived with a patio that was covered, I would have everything in macrame, or if I had big natural lighting with big windows in my house, everything would be macrame by my window, but that is not the case. So these are my first macrame hangers and I think they're perfect for my Monstera Addisonii and my silver satin pothos. What else I have a lot going on right now, especially since I am traveling every week, so I decided to keep most of my plants that is my plant gang and some that is living on my shelf to be out here. So my patio looks like a jungle right now, which I never see really often because it usually stays like this when I'm traveling, but I've been home for a couple of days, so it's just been interesting to come and go out of my patio looking like Jewelyn's jungle. So I want to go ahead and share with you guys a new houseplant soil that I'm trying out, and this is by Scott's. And I picked this up for $7 at Walmart in Las Vegas. I wanted to go ahead and try something new. Never tried this brand before. I know last time I did Miracle Grow and I used up that huge bag. This bag is, how many pounds? Not too sure how many pounds this is, but I probably will use this up in today's episode. I do have a combination of succulent cuttings and house plants that I do want to try to plant up because I am leaving again out of town tomorrow for a handful of days. So I want to go ahead and take care of some of the babies before I leave, and then I'll be back home for 1 or 2 nights next week, and then I'll be going home to Hawaii to celebrate my grandma's birthday. So 2 days to my birthday, and I love being able to spend time with my plants. Filmed the Meet My Plant Friend episode featuring Catherine's updated plant collection, and I had a long morning in the studio, being up from 4:30 in the morning, and I actually killed a workout on the rooftop. So took a shower, hair is up in a ponytail, got my bandana on, and I have my apron, and there's a bunch of stuff that is going on here and we're just gonna tackle it one at a time. Let me know down in the comments below if you enjoy my Planting with Jewelyn episodes, and I know they're very long and a lot of you guys love these long episodes, but it does take a while for me to set up everything, so we're just gonna take our time. This is my therapeutic hour, and thank you guys for joining me in today's episode. By the way, if you are familiar with my background, and I'm sorry lighting is kind of weird, it is 4 p.m. and the sun is shifty. My big pothos Enjoy is now on my wicker plant stand, so it is not behind me, but it will temporarily be here until I figure out what I want to do with my hanging plants. So I'm going to try to do all of my house plants right now since I have my house plant soil set up. I filled up my Scott's potting soil into here, and I think what I want to do is there's so much going on. I am going to pot up my biggest house plant for today, I believe, which is my beautiful variegated peace lily, which I got as a birthday plant from Catherine in yesterday's birthday come with me, and we had so much fun plant shopping. So thank you, Kat, for this beautiful peace lily. It is my first peace lily and it is variegated, and I've never seen it variegated before. Let me know down in the comments below if you have a variegated peace lily. Have you seen one before? I mean, take a look at the variegation. It is absolutely stunning. So I have my thrifted planter, which I emptied out, which my rubbers were living in, and I think it's going to be perfect for this. So I'm gonna just empty this out. And I knew that was gonna happen. It was just gonna be temporarily empty, and then we were gonna fill it up right away. And I think this planter is perfect for this particular style of plant. So as you can see, there is tons of roots. So it's definitely time. And I'll go ahead and loosen up the roots, but it was definitely root bound. I mean, look at this. This is so crazy. I'm going to put a scoop of soil on the bottom and see how I like placement. It is a beautiful Thursday afternoon, and I am heading back to Vegas tomorrow for the weekend. I'm not celebrating my birthday this weekend because we have some events happening, but I am having a birthday dinner, and I did do some birthday plant shopping, and I'm just gonna celebrate my birthday probably in September. So obviously I'm gonna be celebrating it next week with my grandma because our birthday is 4 days apart. She's on the 22nd, I'm on the 18th. We're throwing her a big birthday party. This is her first birthday party ever. She's turning 75, and we're going to have about 150 to 200 people, and obviously she's making me belly dance not once but 3 shows. So I have to pack 3 costumes, and I'll work on that next week when I come back, just for one night. I'll be back one night, so I don't know next week if I'm going to do any planting videos. I definitely want to check on my plant collection to make sure they're okay. And I'm kind of interested to see where this peace lily is going. I may, when I'm back home after Labor Day weekend, I would love to have this in between my 2 decorative chairs in my living room section. I live in a studio. If you watch my plant tour from last year, I give you a glimpse of what my space looks like. And it'll probably live there. So this looks perfect in this planter. It was meant to be. And then I freed it up last week, and I didn't even know I was gonna get a peace lily, but it's interesting how that works. You never know. My planters don't stay empty for long. All right, here is the finished look, guys. What do you think? I'm gonna have to text Catherine a picture of this today. I think it's perfect, and this planter it's just so classy, and I love it a lot. And I think it's even better with the peace lily in it versus the rubber. So I think the aesthetic of it is perfect. I am going to leave this outside for a couple of days, but when I am back, this is gonna go in my living room section. So I'm gonna go ahead and find space down here. And speaking of, on the same theme of that planter, I have the other one here empty. I want to go ahead and do a switch, and this is just because I want to switch it out. So this is my Dieffenbachia that was given to me as a rescue from Kira. She wanted me to rescue her plant because it wasn't doing well in Las Vegas. I put it in a sand pot. I'm doing a switch because I want to do a switch. So this is a sand pot that I really like. I haven't gotten it in a while, haven't seen it in a while. I got it in Las Vegas. But my Hoya obovata is in the bigger one like this, and my Hoya Carry, which is behind me, I want to try to see if it can fit in here and they both can be in the same style of planter. This one is smaller than the one that my obovata is in, but I think my Hoya Carry is going to fit in here. So what I'm going to do is, since this is very leafy, I thought it'd be perfect to just make the switch and place it in this planter that freed up, and they can just both be together. So this is going to free up. This is kind of what it's looking like. I think that's better, and I think it works out perfect. So I do that. I shift plants from time to time, not often, but if the aesthetic of the planter works better, or for whatever reason, I do make switches like this, and this will be the permanent home for a good minute. I think this is even better looking than what it was just in. I have to text Kira a picture of this because the plant is doing pretty good here in Santa Monica. I see a lot of new growth. So here is what it looks like in this planter. So maybe it can go next to the peace lily. I love that a lot. So Kira, your plant is doing good in Santa Monica. So now that this planter freed up, I have my Hoya Carry, which is right here. I want to go ahead and take it out of this hanging plastic hanger. Now I am scared to see what the condition of this plant is, because the selection that we seen yesterday was not looking really good. This was the best looking one, and I thought I didn't have this variation, but this is the same variation, I believe, as the one that I got in the Bay Area. It's living in my bathroom, but it's all good. I don't mind getting the same one. And you know what, this is like really big and I couldn't pass it up for $20, so I am gonna go ahead and cupcake it out and see what's going on with the root system, and then shift it into this sand pot. So this is what the roots look like. So it looks healthy to me. I am going to just give it a little love here, loosen it up, check out the condition of the plant, and then I'm gonna put 1 scoop of soil on the bottom and check placement. So I have to pack after this. Very busy day, but I'm glad I'm able to film this Planting with Jewelyn episode before I head out of town. So fill it up a little bit more. I want it a little bit higher. Let's see how that works out. Okay, perfect. So this is what it's going to look like, and it's so perfect. It's the same planter as my Hoya obovata, but the Hoya obovata is in a bigger sand pot. This is a smaller one. I don't know if I have any more sand pots, but I love how the Hoyas look like in the sand pots. I'm gonna have to find more in Las Vegas. So let's go ahead and just fill in the gaps without making a mess. I should actually get my smaller tool, but that's okay. The good thing about having a plant tray, which is everything. Actually, this is the first time I'm using the bucket down, and it's fairly easy if you need to hold the plant up like this to get the soil under its leaves. So we'll pack it like this. And then we'll turn it around. How adorable. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. My birthday plant is perfect. Let me know down in the comments below, what is your wish list plant? What is your birthday plant? If you present yourself with a birthday plant before, this is one of my birthday plants that I present myself with. And I am so happy that I found this guy, and I can't wait to put it next to my obovata. Here it is. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm obsessed. I think it's stunning. Look at this. I love it. It's perfect. So let's go ahead and put it on the floor. There's no floor room right now. It's crazy. I'm in a jungle. I want to stack up the nursery planters. Let's be clean as we plant. Now, let's move along with a different house plant. So this is my prayer plant that I got for free yesterday's. Come with me. Now, my original Maranta prayer plant that is in that purple colorway, variation, which is a really common one. I see it in Las Vegas all the time for like $3. And I think I bought mine for $3, and it was like double the size of this. It is not doing good. It is finding its way through life in the bathroom, okay? I want to leave it in here, but I don't like the fact that it's plastic. So I have a terracotta. This plant, guys, will probably live, by the way, check out the roots, tons of them. I just had this terracotta laying around, and I want to go ahead and just maybe put a little soil on the bottom and then stick it right in here. This will live probably, tough one, maybe on my kitchen counter, which I think right now my raindrop peperomia is living there. Obviously, while I'm away, it's going to live in the bathroom. This plant is a very finicky plant. I have my leaves curled up because it was in the sun, hanging on my hanging section, and even if it doesn't get full sun, that it gets like direct sun at some point of the day when the sun shifts in my patio, it just doesn't like it. So for now it's gonna live here. Obviously, like, I wanted to put it in a white planter, but I'm gonna leave it like this, and it'll live in my bathroom while I'm away, and then it'll go back to my kitchen counter when I am home. So this is a really great find that I was able to pick this up for free. Now I'm running out of space here. Let's go ahead and put it back here. So moving along to the desert rose. Now, let me shift this up here. I have my white planter that I got from Orchards up the street from me. My begonia was living in here. My begonia has like maybe 2 leaves, so I emptied it out. And my begonia is currently living on my rescue plant shelf next to my potting bench, if you're familiar with my space. I may leave it in the bathroom while I'm away so that it can get some TLC, but I wanted to go ahead and move my desert rose into this planter. I don't know what the condition of this plant is because it was shifting around while I was driving. So here it is. There's the roots. I'm just going to use the same soil in here. And actually, I want to use a little bit of the soil in here and mix that in. So let's find placement here. Add a little bit from the planter here. This is making my nose go crazy. Okay. It's looking cute in this planter. We'll see how it does in its new home. Okay, I think that's good, guys. Just a little bit more. Okay, here is the new home, and I think this works out good. I was really upset about my angel wing begonia having to come out of the planter, but I hope it gets its leaves back. But for now, the desert rose has a new home, and oh my goodness, guys, take a look at that new growth. I think it looks perfect in this planter. Not a lot of heavy big roots, but I am just gonna let it do its thing in this planter. There's a drainage hole in this, and I think it looks stunning in a white pot. Okay, do I have any other house plants that I need to work with today? No, so now I'm going to switch over to my silver potting soil bin with succulent soil, and we're gonna work on the succulent. Totally forgot about this guy that Catherine gave me. I have a white planter somewhere here. Here it is. I'm just gonna put it in a little ice cream planter, and there's lots of roots here. And I'm just gonna use the soil she gave me along with what I have in here. And I'm assuming I will find space on my plant shelf for this guy, and I'll definitely have to share a picture of it with Catherine today. So thank you, Catherine, for the plant trade. And if you are interested in seeing our trades, go ahead and watch the previous video that I filmed earlier today of an updated plant collection for Meet My Plant Friend series. So I think it's perfect in here. Now let's move along to, all right, speaking of which, let's move along with cuttings. So I got another ice cream planter. I still have tons, guys. So this is cuttings that I've been rooting up from the Bay Area. If you are interested, watch that video where I share all of the plant cuttings that I got. So I believe I found these on the side of the road, but look at all of the roots here. And they don't have a smell, but thought I smelled something. We are going to use the small shovel. I brought it over. Pot it up together. So cute. So I guess today is a combination of purchase plants and cuttings that I got from my travels or plant trades. So that's always fun. And I can't wait to have my plants back in my home when I'm done traveling to see what it looks like. And I'll have to do an updated patio tour collection. But before that, I will definitely have to do just a shelf collection video of all of my plant babies living on my shelf in my patio, because that's one of my favorite places that I admire in the patio. So here it is. What do you guys think? I think it's so cute. I'll try to get it to stand up once I get it placed on the shelf and give it some water, but this is what it looks like, and I think that was very cute find in the bay. So moving along with another cutting, here we go. So here is a cressula that I got from my host, and this was a cutting from her patio. It is stuck in here. Here it is. So not much roots, a bunch of roots fell off, which is unfortunate, but there's still some right here. I am going to put it in this cobalt blue planter to switch up the look on the shelf a little. And obviously I could wait till there's more roots, but it's fine. Let's see here. Okay. Let's try to get it somewhat looking decent in here. So this is a nice surprise, having plant cuttings from a house that I stayed at while I was dancing. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and check out my Bay Area plant haul where I get cuttings from the house that I stayed at while I was out there for my dance school. So here's what it looks like. It looks kind of interesting here, but I'm gonna leave it here, and when I get it into, let's see here, I think what I'm gonna do is, because it's long, I'm gonna get it right down in there and then use my hand to hold it still and get the soil right around it. So it's kind of stemmy. That's a challenging part of getting it to stand upright, but I think once I get more roots, it'll be fine. So this is what it'll look like. What do you guys think? I think it's absolutely adorable. Here is another cutting that I got from the bay, from the same house, and I'm going to put it in my teacup. I do have, I think, like a bear's paw and another succulent in the same teacups on my shelf. Let's see how it does in here. Okay, I think that's adorable. I'm gonna let it do its thing in here. Go ahead and brush them off with my toothbrush after. Okay, now I think my favorite cutting one, I'm not gonna say that out loud because they're all my favorite cuttings. I have this, guys, and this was probably my favorite cuttings that I got from the house in the bay, and it's been water propagating. Take a look at all the roots here, like tons of them. And I am going to put it in a terracotta that has freed up. So let's see here. I'll do one scoop on the bottom. And then let's see how I can get placement to have them face in different directions. And then I'm going to surround them with soil. I think this is good. This is a very big planting with Jewelyn, and I always think, like, when I'm setting up to film, like I don't have a lot to plant up or shift around, but it ends up being so big, which is always a surprise to me, that I collect so many new plants and cuttings every week. Yeah, no comments. My collection really grows every week. So I think I like it. Let me shift it around like this. Face it this way. All right, I think that's the best I'm going to get with them. What do you guys think? I think it's so cute. I want to put this on my shelfie, and it definitely spices things up in my collection because I do not have this one. As you can see, there's some red underneath it, so that is super cute. And that was fairly easy to root. Bunch of cuttings that I got all rooted up, and I'll try to bunch them in my hand. You can see them all at the same time. This is also from the Bay Area house. I could keep them rooted in water for a little bit, but as you can see, there's some roots and I just want it in a planter. After thinking about what I'm gonna do with these cuttings, I have my plastic hanging basket, which my original pear plant was living in. I took it out because it didn't like being hung up in my patio. The leaves curled up, so I'm going to put my succulents in here. And I think maybe that's what I'm going to do, guys, is maybe put a lot of hanging succulents in my hanging section here, because my house plants don't really like being hung up on this wire while the sun comes in the morning. It just doesn't do well. Let me do one more hefty scoop. And I kind of want to have it planted up a little bit high in the bowl so you can see it when it's hanging on my little DIY wire hanger. So let's see what this looks like. So I have it up to here, and let's see how I can go ahead and place them so that they can still be seen in here while it's being hung. I think this was the perfect thing to do for them. Let's see what I can do for you. Let me get you a little deeper in here, and I do like dimension, so one more guy here. Let's see what it's looking like. I gotta take a look at this here. So, maybe the tall guy can go in the center. This is where I start getting creative with the cuttings. Tall guy in the center works. Yes, love that. I think I need to put a little bit more soil in this section here to get it up a little higher so it's not hidden in the bowl. Alright, now that that's a little bit higher, let's get this guy a little bit higher and maybe peeking out on the side. I think that's cute. Same thing with this guy here, peeking out on the side. Okay, I love that. And then let's get this guy right here, peeking out on this side. And the small little guy can go maybe here. Alright, that is going to be it. Alright, what do you guys think about placement? I think this was the perfect thing for me to do with this hanger, because this basket did not like my Maranta, or my Maranta didn't like being hung in this basket, and I think I will put more succulents in these plastic hangers. So that is going to be the look for this. What do you guys think? I think it's perfect. I love it. I'm so glad that I did this, and it'll figure itself out over the next few weeks. I'll check on it every week to see how it's doing, but I think this was the perfect call for a hanging basket that didn't like my house plant, and it'll go up in my succulent section on my hanging wire. Guys, I totally forgot about this Dracaena because it was behind me and I'm surrounded by plants, so this was hidden. So this was my rescue that I bought on sale for $6, originally priced for $11. It's a Dracaena and it's tagged as Janet Craig, which I think is funny because my grandma's name is Janet. It didn't do good in Las Vegas, as you can see. There's a lot of brown on here. I have a planter that I think my oxalis was in originally, and I had it just hanging out on my potting bench waiting for another plant to fill it, and I would love to have this in my bathroom next to my other Dracaena, and they can be boyfriend and girlfriend because he's nice and full. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. Okay, so look at all these roots here. Whew. Okay, I am going to somehow, let's put some soil here on the bottom and do that. And then we'll do this and figure out what's going on here. I may have to take more soil out so that it's deeper. I think I like that. Okay, so let's get this leveled in. And I think it's just gonna stay here for now until I figure out what to do with this rescue. But I couldn't pass up this Dracaena for being only $6. And if you take a look, there's 3 of them in here. And I will prune off all the brown leaves. I'll prune off all of the brown leaves when I have a moment before I leave tomorrow morning. And it will just live in my patio till I come back. And I would love to have this in my bathroom because my Dracaena in my bathroom is killing it. It's doing so good. He's so handsome. But this is what it looks like, and I think that worked out great. I'm glad that I at least had an empty planter to put this guy in. And I think that is going to wrap up today's, like, can't even see me. I think this is going to wrap up today's video. So I have a lot to clean up, guys, but that's something that I have to do, clean up after myself. And I definitely don't want this big tray on my patio table. But let's clean up the space and wrap up the video. Wow, guys, I can't believe this is such a beautiful plant gang, and this is probably one of my favorite parts in my Planting with Jewelyn episode, is being able to gang them up in the end and seeing all of the finished looks. And I absolutely love how everything turned out, from the new babies that got put into planters that I had different babies in, and I just love that. So I have my rescue Dieffenbachia got put into a different planter, and this is a rescue that Kira gave me that she was struggling with. I have my Dracaena, which is a rescue that I got for $6 in my recent Las Vegas plant haul. I have my birthday variegated peace lily that I got from Catherine, my plant friend here in Los Angeles. I have my cuttings, which I got from my plant haul from the house that I stayed at in the Bay Area, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Bay Area cuttings planted up today. I also have another cutting that was given to me by Catherine today, potted up. I also have, what else do I have? Yes, I have my desert rose, which is also from the same plant haul that was the Dracaena, and as well as my birthday plant here, which is the Hoya Carry, and my free plant, which is the Maranta in green. So I think that is a lot. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I believe 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 potted up today. I am so happy that I was able to do this video before I leave out of town tomorrow for a handful of days. It is my birthday in 2 days, and I guess this is my birthday planting with Jewelyn, because I am not going to plant up until after my birthday. So I want to thank all of my plant friends for giving me all of these rescue plants, rescue cuttings and birthday presents and all of that. So I have like a bunch of different plants that came from a lot of different people, including my beautiful birthday plants. So there is more plants to be planted up. The problem is that I don't have enough planters. So be on the lookout for another Planting with Jewelyn episode in the future. If I can plant up a Planting with Jewelyn episode on the one day I'm here next week before I go home to Hawaii, I will try to do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for hanging out with me on my birthday week. If you guys love these types of videos and love watching me plant up, let me know down in the comments below. I do read all of your comments. Please share my channel with other plant friends or anyone who needs plant inspiration. And you can find more on my blog at ILOVEJEWELYN.blogspot.com. Thumbs up the video, hit the bell to be notified whenever I do an upload. I am trying to upload as much as I can, and I would love to be uploading once a day. So that is my goal. And if I know I'm going to be traveling out of town for a couple of days, I try to do 2 uploads in one day. So you never know when I'm going to be uploading and when. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I am so happy to see them all planted up, and I am going to enjoy my birthday weekend after I work tomorrow morning. So I'm going to clean up my space and water all of my plants and pack for my trip. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'll see you guys later. Aloha from Santa Monica. Bye.